All right, so scanning for potential breakouts and bounces, guys. Let's talk about our class today. So, been getting a lot of questions. How you find these setups? How did you find this potential breakout or bounce a day or even 2 days before they happen? So my edge is unique. I think there's not a lot of places where you can find this and learn this. And over time, I just accumulated so much knowledge about trading, about the price action, about levels, about indicators, about so many different things. I tested and came to conclusion and kind of piled everything together on knowledge and created my own system. I kind of call it hybrid trading. It's something from scalps to multi-day week swings, and the whole idea, the concept, it's coming from the bigger picture perspective, bigger picture understanding how people position on multiple time frames, where stops, where longs and shorts are trapped, and what is their agenda. So I'm looking mainly on daily chart to identify those potential setups. And my entry is coming from a 5-minute charts. So I do have a checklist. I do have a rules and a checklist and following more criteria matching on that particular checklist gives me more potential advantage for the stock to work, right? So first of all, let's look at the checklist. Checklist is right here. You can copy and paste on this for yourself. So I also have this on my Twitter account. So I mainly trade breakouts, bounces, and false breakouts, bounces. So when you build a watch list, you have to look for stocks that have potential room to run. For example, I just took a long swing at 130 on Crocs. Let me explain to you why. This is like one of those setups today, right? A bounce play for the third day. So we have earnings, great numbers. The prior price action tells me that the reaction on earnings, it's usually like this, a few days of consolidation and breakout higher. So this looks really good for breakout and continuation. And earnings were good. So we have a wild action first day, closing strong. The second day, we end up actually forming a key level, very important key level. As you can see, this 129.5 end up playing a big role on this day and end up playing a big role here. So today, I have Crocs on my watch list. I do like this inside bar, and I do like this intraday level to play against 129. So, do we have room to run? Look at the checklist here. Stock has room to run. Yes, this is all-time high. We have so much room for this name. Price high, low of the day. So we technically close high of the day, right? Where we open, where we close, plus minus. Price close near the key level. Well, there's no really a key level here. The key level is all-time high. We didn't close there, but price consolidated, so we have a few days of consolidation here. Price shakes both directions. Well, not necessary. We do have a micro shakeout here. So we do have a fake breakout right here, trying to trap people who wants to play breakout over this pivot point, trading micro levels from intraday. And then we have a breakdown below this level because people probably put their stops too tight right there, and you trap them here, and then limit player confirming level here. So so price has no reaction on a shake, on a fake breakout, right? So we have a fake breakout. What kind of reaction we have? Negative or positive? This is mainly positive reaction. We're closing back inside and inside this tight range, and something is about to happen. What else? No pullback after a big move. If there is no pullback on a stock after earnings and you see tight consolidation, most likely there is an institution have an interest buying this particular name at this particular price. They're willing to pay on a high and they have agenda for like 140, 150 price target, something like that, right? And that's what we see right now, breakout. Price squeezing, leveling. So we do have a squeeze. We do have a ascending triangle squeeze. What is leveling? It's when price hitting the same level multiple times. So we do have a level at the bottom right here. So when we're hitting this level 1, 2 times, and it was actually a mirror level here when it was support, then became resistance, then became resistance confirm, and then eventually support here. And now it's support, support, as you can see. That's why 129 is a good area to play as a stop. So step 2, find a key level. I just explained to you, we found a key level. And how do we confirm that level? Step 3, right? Multiple touches, 1 confirmation. Number 2 confirmation, limit player. Why? Because we're hitting the same number multiple times. That means it's somebody holding there. What else? Consolidation creates a level. 3. What else? That's it, right? For the area. For the setup, so you have 2 ideas here. We're either going to have a bounce play, or I just had an alert on a ticker, Crocs. You see, I just got an alert on Crocs for the breakout. Now people will be loading on a 133 break. I'm in already at the bounce, 130. With the stop 129, I'm sitting very, very good position on a full size, about 100 shares. My target 140, 150. So, and this is how you find this, guys. You just have to do homework. You have to put the stuff together like this. Let me give you a great example on Roku. This is, you're gonna learn a lot right now. This is just amazing. You see where's Roku right now? How could you find this breakout 2 days? You can look at my Twitter. I posted this Roku potential breakout 2 days before it happened. So actually 4 days as of right now, 4 days before it's happened. So I found Roku on this day. Why? First of all, Roku made initial move. We kind of know Roku been hot, right? Earnings coming, and there's a theme going on recently. You always like that. Buy the rumor, sell the news, right? Before the earnings, they tend to run. So Roku made a move, doing a pullback, constructive pivot point building here, lower high, and we're establishing lower low, right? Compared to this one. All right, so overall trend from here is pretty bullish, right? All moving averages pointing higher. So the volume is decent, kind of fading from the high, but on this day we end up closing pretty strong, almost on the high. So let me show you a different time frame here. So what I really liked here on Roku, that the way we're closing. So we had a shakeout right here on this day. So I'm talking about this day from 7/20th. We got a morning shakeout below this pivot point, drop some stops, and end up doing red to green and closing very strong on the high. Very strong closing on a high. So it goes on the watch list. What's the idea? Playing potential swing long, stop goes below this pivot point. The next day we had some sort of a weird action, then try to play the weird action on top, then step down, right, into this prior day high. So it still looks really good. On this day, I was watching, stock didn't take any entries. On this day, I took an entry for the breakout. But what happened? What happened on this day? We had a candle over candle on a daily breakout. We have both a moving average. We have a trend line break. But what happened to us here? We got trapped. People got trapped. So depends if you take this as a day trade or a swing or a scalp. It depends if you could make money or not. Also depends on your stop, right? On your trade management. My stop was too tight, where? Right here, below the prior day consolidation, and I really got stopped penny to the penny. We end up closing at the end right here. And what does this day look like based on our checklist? This is price shakes. Well, I says both directions. Sometimes I'm looking for the both direction, right? It's a fake breakout. What is the reaction after the fake breakout? What kind of reaction we have? We don't have a selling, right? Like sometimes we have a fake breakout and price just dumps, right? We have a low volume and we're still holding this trend. So the next morning, we still had this Roku on watch, and we're like, man, Roku like screwed us. But technically, if you would put your stop a little wider below the moving average and prior day low, you would never get stopped out, right? So, but anyway, the next day pre-market, we started to gap up here. The plan is always A and B. A, it's a breakout play. B, if stock is extended, you might look for pullback, bounce, like Snapchat today. It was a 100% plan for the plan B, pullback, bounce. I'll show you Snapchat too. So, and Roku behaved on this day like not other names. I'll show you, let's look at the 5-minute chart. It behaved like, well, 1 minute definitely shows a better picture. It was so gradual compared to other days when it's like snappy and the volume was big. Look at the volume right at the open. And the spread got tighter, so it gets you immediately a breakout here, and you could play with stop below the prior day low, mitigate your stop, be smart, because you know yesterday, like a prior day, you got screwed. So be smart, always be smarter than majority of people. Put your stop where not everybody else is sitting, right? Because the market makers will go to that area where there's liquidity, where everybody else is sitting. And you got this big runner. And that's how we found this stock. That's how I literally found it. It's still looking good right before the earning, few days of consolidation, and we might go and test high of the day and even break out. All right, Snapchat. I just added on my Snapchat long. I bought it first position on Snapchat end of the day on Friday. Yes, I was underwater, but my stop is wide. My stop is below the prior day low. My stop is $70. $70, guys. What we have today, second day play on Snapchat. Could you plan this? So you have always two plans. Don't try to overcomplicate, have like 5 plans, you know. But here's a trick. Do not get married to your plan. You can have a great idea, great plan, but it might not work. And you might still throw that through the window and jump on the trade. So you gotta control your thoughts, so you will control your emotions, and then you will control your action. But that's a different topic. So anyway, so the plan was, is that we're playing for the breakout over higher levels, right? Because we have a nice consolidation, or we play in a deep buy. So what we had at the open, you gotta wait. Always wait. So here's another thing. The bell rings. Ding, 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 ding. You have this tendency. I want to be in the fun. I want to trade right now. I want to be in the market. I want to make money. I want to make money is great, but don't think about that. Think about the process. Think about the plan. So change your thoughts, guys. Think like that. Don't change your emotion. Change your thoughts. I want to be trading right at the open. It's gonna harm you many times. As you can see, if you would play some sort of a breakout, just buy right at the open, it never had a setup there. When it had a beautiful pullback towards this pivot point, and we bounced up this area and it offered. Let's look at a 1-minute chart. I think it also gave a signal on 1-minute chart right here, candle over candle, bullish signal, and you could even wait buying right here. This is a beautiful buying, kind of reverse head and shoulders. Now I loaded long right here on this consolidation for this push higher. I'm still holding, my stop's still there. I added more, risking more. I think another great idea why this is a good setup to play for a breakout higher all the way to $100 is because news unexpected, earnings amazing. So institutions are not done buying it yet at this level. They're willing. Look at this price action. Look at this deep buy opportunity. It was a V-shaped reversal, nice consolidation on the high, pop, another consolidation pullback. You will see another stair-stepper pack, pop, and maybe even today we're gonna get a breakout higher. I wanna see gradual, steady, get to 100 over time. So, and That's it, guys. Follow the checklist, do your homework. So here's another thing. You know, you do have to have the trading system, a few playbooks, create a plan with ideas, but never get married to your plan and ideas. Be like open-minded, nimble, right? Stick to your plan. This is another thing. You can have a great idea. I used to have so many great ideas, you know. I always have great ideas, but very often I cannot execute on them. Why? Because of mental game. And this is a big aspect. You got to be working on that mental game. That's why I always say control your thoughts, then you control your emotions, and then it leads to controlling action, right? So if you have any questions about how I find these stocks, you're welcome to write down in YouTube any questions and I'll answer them. Other than that, trade safe, trade smart, and take care, guys.